Hello, students. In today's sustainability stories, we are going to see the story of a pair of genes and understand the life cycle assessment model. This actually talks about a pair of Levy's 501 medium stone wash genes, but the results and the findings are true for any of the genes that we have or we use. And this presentation will focus on what we as consumers can do in order to stop the damage that a pair of genes can do with regards to climate change or water usage. The focus will be on what we as customers can do to prevent the climate change from happening or the consumption of water can be reduced. So basically, first we need to understand what is the damage that a pair of genes does through the LCA model, or the it is LCA is nothing but a method by which we evaluate the environmental impact. Whenever we talk about sustainability, there are three pillars to it: social, economic, and environmental. The one that can be quantified as compared to the other two is the environmental impact. So we are trying to find the environmental impact of a pair of genes from its cradle, that is when a jeans is coming to the market or is being stitched in a factory, to when it goes to waste treatment, the grave. That is why the name cradle to grave model. So basically, this study is based on the results from the company itself, which was conducted exhaustively in the year 2015. It is exhaustive because it covers almost all the countries which produce cotton. It also takes into account all the things where environmental impact can be, from cotton production to fabric, garment manufacturing, packaging, sundry, consumer care, end of life. This study is important because at the end of it, it puts the onus on the consumers that they are capable of reducing a majority of the environmental impact. And it is not in the hands of the company alone. They have studied multiple consumer markets. As of now, we do not have results for India, but definitely the results from these countries also has a bearing on how we use our pair of genes. So climate change, the results are global warming potential of greenhouse gases released to the environment actually is indicative of the climate change. That is how much amount of uh, uh, effect that a pair of genes during its life cycle has on climate change. If you see, consumer care and fabric production are the most significant phases for climate change impact and energy. In this case, the choices that you make regarding how often and by what method you clean and dry your pair of jeans has an important bearing on the climate change. So yes, fabric production, which is related to the industry, does have an impact, but what you do with the pair of jeans, how do you wash it, also has a great impact. There's something that you can do about it. Water consumption, which is indicated by the net fresh water taken from the environment minus water returned to the same watershed at the same quality or better, is an indication of water consumption. And in this case, fiber production has a lot of impact. But at the same time, consumer care, washing every 10 times a product is worn instead of every 2 times. We sometimes wear a pair of jeans for an evening and put it for cleaning in the washing machine. Do you realize the amount of impact it has on the environment? Every 2 time reduces energy use, climate change impact, and water intake by nearly 80%, a huge amount. So if you see in this graph, consumer water consumption varies depending on washing frequency and equipment. So if you're washing weekly, the amount of liters of water that you use is 958. Washing bi-weekly, twice, If you're washing in a week, then it is 479, and washing monthly using the conventional washing machine, which does not have any energy efficiency and everything, then you're using 221 liters of water. So basically, washing monthly is a better option, as you can see, and also using an energy efficient washing machine, because in the graph that is in front of you, that only consumes the least amount of water, that is 152. Similarly, after you have washed, you have got two choices. Either you can use the dryer which is attached to the washing machine, or a separate dryer, or you can dry it in the sunlight, which is called as the line dry. So as you can see from the results over here, line drying instead of using dryer reduces non-renewable energy usage by nearly 64 to 65 percentage, and climate impact by 67 percentage. But in the graphs, you can see that only 18 percentage of the people in US use line dry. The majority of them use the dryer, while in China, 88 percentage of them line dry. So they are definitely reducing the impact on the environment because they line dry. The other effects are eutrophication, that is the oxygen depletion as a result of nitrogen and phosphorus deposit into fresh water or marine environment, land occupation, how much of land is occupied, and abiotic depletion. All of this definitely have an impact, and the companies are being forced to, or they themselves are doing something about it. But where as consumers we can do something, we need to do. At the same time, the results of the study tell that life cycle stages that have minimum effect are fabric transport, product transport, packaging, production waste, distribution, retail, and end of life waste. As you can see, there have been sustainability designed packaging material, as well as energy efficient electric vehicles used for transportation. So these impacts have definitely come down, and the retailers also use a very good method of packing the stuff for us. So it is other areas, mainly uh, water consumption and the green gas effort that we are concerned about. What has the company done as far after the study? It has designed a first ever circular economy enabled pair of jeans. It is made up of post consumer denim waste and 24 percentage of wood pulp from sustainably sourced forest, and of course 60 percentage organic cotton. Since they are using 60 percentage organic cotton, the water consumption, land acquisition, everything will have an effect. Slowly they will try to reduce it. If you can see on the right hand side, metal trims are not electroplated to reduce pollution. Fabric dyeing and garment finishing utilizes Levy's waterless techniques. So the amount of consumption water comes down. So the company has also redesigned, reinvented the products. There is something that we as consumers can do. And with this, we come to the end of this lecture.